Okay. The person on your mind the most, I feel, needs your help. Okay. These two cards came out. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Five of Cups. Your ex, your person, whoever's on your mind the most, is going through a lot of upheaval. They've got problems. They're stuck. You know, the luck is not on their side. Lady Luck has abandoned them. I feel they're going to ask for your help with this Five of Cups because they're not looking at a way to get out of this themselves. That's what I'm hearing, that they're going to come towards you and ask for your help. So yeah, they're in trouble, you know, and also they've got a complete lack of control, lack of direction. They've hit a wall. They don't know which way to turn, and this happens so often. Even if it's not a full reconciliation, you might not want this person back. This really is a message for you to say that your ex needs some form of help. They're in a mess. They're in some sort of trouble, okay? They didn't see it coming. It isn't a welcome change, okay? Now, as an aside, they could also be grieving somebody and they're not dealing with this very well with the Five of Cups sat here. A lot of delays, a lot of setbacks. I just feel, before we go any further, that they want you to throw them a lifeline, okay? I'm going to go deeper into actually what's going on, you know. So you've got a heads up into, basically, when they do get in touch, you one step ahead of them. Okay, so I'll give these a shuffle. Just while I'm shuffling though, I hope you're okay. That's the main thing. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for leaving the comments. I do read all my comments and I send you so much love, you know, just love, okay? If you'd like a reading, just click on the title of the video. The readings are below. The link to the website is below in the description box, okay? All the readings are on the website, and also check out the free relationship report as well. I can't talk. When I can't talk, it means I just feel that this other person doesn't even know where to start. You might know, okay, I'm hearing, just narrowing it down, I'm hearing you might know of some problems that they've got, or you felt they were going to hit problems, because you know this person really well, okay. You probably told them what on earth you're doing, but I don't think you quite know the depth of the mess or the trouble they've got themselves into. Yeah, I'm just looking before I shuffle. Bottom of the deck, the Chariot, it's in the reverse. They are stuck, okay? They've got a lot of obstacles. They're powerless. You know, and I think we've all been there. I certainly have. When sometimes in life, you just sit there and you think, you know what, I really don't know what I'm going to do now. I don't know what I'm going to do. And that is the energy that they're in. Now, you could be dealing with a water sign, okay? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or even their Venus sign. Doesn't just have to be their sun sign, okay? They've got no direction. They can't make a decision to save themselves. They've got to make a decision, okay? And I'm hearing that in the past, you at times, even though they might have said no, your decisions and your ideas were always the best ones, okay? They need that right now. They need that. And I'll say it again, even if you said something and they said, no, I'm not doing that. In the end, it turned out that you were right all along. You were right all along, okay? Okay, let's have another look. Energy around this connection, energy around this. Three of Wands. Lack of foresight and planning, and wherever they've gone, whatever they're doing, they are now paralyzed by fear. That's what I'm hearing. That you know when you just sit and you freeze, okay, this is where I can describe it, and you're just thinking, I need to do something, I need to make a move, but you don't know what the hell you're going to do. This is their energy. They're in trouble. They need your help, okay? Now, the Three of Wands in reverse, to me, always in a love relationship, will mean that somebody has tried to move on, your ex moved on, or, you know, you separated, whatever happened here. But whatever you went to, quite often it can involve you've moved away, sometimes to another country, another state if you're in America, because America's so huge, I can't even comprehend the size of America. It could just be another state, okay? But it hasn't worked out, and it often speaks of somebody returning home. It can, you know, it's an energy of someone who might have, you know, like gone to another country, migrated, like physically gone to a different country where, you know, say for example you live in the UK and you move to Europe or somewhere, or you move to the States, you know, you've moved. But it talks of somebody coming home. Now within that energy, with all of this, and we've just seen the Chariot, they want to move home. They want to come home. They've just lack of foresight, lack of planning, okay? Can you clarify that for me, please? Can you clarify that for me? Yeah, Six of Cups. Wow. Yeah. They want to come home, wherever home is, okay? But as far as you're concerned, they're looking back at the memories they had with you, okay? I'm hearing to tell you that they feel safe with you. Even if they completely told you they never wanted to see you again, or whatever went down here, what you're not hearing from them at the moment is they want to come home. And, you know, Three of Wands reverse, Six of Cups, they're moving. They're moving back to where they feel safe. Now, if you live in the same place, this is almost like a metaphorical moving. So they want to move back into your energy, because your energy, your love, your compassion, and all of that, it just feels safe to them, okay? It feels safe. So they're thinking about you, they're going over the good times, all the fun you had. They miss your sharing, caring nature. Now, you might not want to share or care for this person ever again as long as you breathe. But this is just really a message for you to say that they are in a mess. You know, Wheel of Fortune in reverse with the Five of Cups isn't brilliant energy. And I'm also, you know, really feeling that they could have had some obsessive tendencies, maybe some addictions of some sort, that it's just got them into a bit of a mess, okay? They're stuck. They are stuck. Okay, can you just clarify the six? Oh, that flew out. These cards have really got a message today. Can you clarify the Six of Cups? Right. It's the Moon, but it's in the reverse. They want to come clean with you, okay? They want to move past, I'm hearing, all the bullshit they've given you in the past, all the nonsense, all the crap. They want to tell the truth. But also, it's you. You're the steadying influence. You know this, though. You know this. You know this. Even if it's been unclear, even if you've been separated for ages, there's something within your heart and soul that you knew that it was always you, really deep down. Okay? I just heard the word homing pigeon. Homing pigeon, like, I don't know if you've got pigeons, but they're like a homing pigeon. And it's almost as if they've turned their radar back to you, okay? They've realised that they've been deceiving themselves. Very much deceiving themselves. They've been chained, tied to the wrong thing, okay? That's what I'm hearing. They've been chained and tied to the wrong thing. They've been deceiving themselves about you, all right? And they can be very impulsive. They have been very impulsive. One more, please, before we get some more messages. Yeah. Oh, gosh, they miss your friendship. They want, you know, Three of Cups has come out and they want some form of... Three of Cups can mean a reconciliation, but for me, it's the starting point. Whether you have full-blown reconciliation, but you will end up as friends, or you're not going to be triggered by them anymore. You know, you might just message now and again, you might message more often, you might get back into a relationship, you might not, but that energy of the pain and the sadness, it kind of goes. It's almost like the energetic bonds have been cut. Okay, it's almost like the energetic bonds have been cut. So they would, I feel, with the Three of Cups, like to meet up with you, maybe through a group of friends or a coffee or something, but definitely a social gathering, but definitely your friendship. Okay, say, let's get Lenormand. I just really want to see what they need your help with. Let's see. Gosh, the Cross. They've got a lot of burdens. Again, this is a grief card or a loss card. There's something, it could even, I'm hearing, be some grief or some loss that they had a while ago, but they're not coping with it now. They need to get that ship into the port. They need to get the ship into the port. Yeah, they want to meet up with you with the Garden. It's a social card. It's a public meeting in a public area. Yeah, and the Sun, because you make them, you brighten up their day. You know, I just feel, what if they could wave a magic wand now? Okay, they would wish that you would almost enter the room and just your brightness and your light and your gorgeous personality would just take away for all their grief and their sorrow and their loss. Okay, in the past, I feel they have been a martyr. Okay, and it's almost as if they know they've been deceiving themselves because they didn't want to make the changes, and they were just a martyr to what they were doing in the past. That's changed now with the Moon in reverse, the veil, the things dropping. Okay, timing wise, Easter. I don't know when Easter is this year. Okay, but I think that's significant. I don't know, March, April, whenever it is, but definitely Easter time. There is going to be some meeting with this person. Okay, now if this is what you want, it's going to make you very happy with the Sun here. Okay, it's going to be a positive outcome. You're going to be happy, and I'm also hearing to say they're going to be very honest, but so are you. I see you in a meeting with this person speaking your truth. Now before, at some point you didn't, because you were worried they would walk away or they wouldn't be there for you, but you've worked so hard on yourself and realised your own self-worth, because we all have a relationship style, you know. This might help, you know, we do. If you're not sure, Google that, because that can really help. We all have a way of attaching in relationships, and sometimes we don't attach healthily based on, I don't know, our parents, how we grew up, or maybe a first love, that kind of thing. But it is really helpful if you find out your relationship style and then work through that. Okay, but for you today, I feel you have, and I feel you almost sitting there like, yeah, okay, come on then, talk to me, I'm ready. Not in an aggressive way, but in a healed, I've sorted my shit out way. I want to speak to you. It's nice to speak to you, but don't feed me any crap anymore. That's how I feel this energy is, okay? Let's see what else wants to come out. Coming around, yeah. That just flew out. That is the reconciliation card. I'll read it. Hoping for another chance and wanting to try again. Regrets and reconciling. Definitely Easter time. Easter. Ever after. They want to grow old with you. Even if you are older. I mean, I'm old, but I just don't think I'm old. You know, if somebody said to me, oh, Keeley, they want to grow old with you. In my head, I'm still 18, you know, or maybe 30 or something. But this person wants to grow old with you, okay? They want to now create a lasting love, long-term, all-in investment. Wow. Wow. Endless love. If this is the person, your person, right? Because you create, circumstances don't matter. I'm going to just add that in today's energy reading. You have to trust me on this one. You know, I never talk about anything that I haven't done or witnessed or seen. And I've been on this planet a bit now. Your circumstances don't matter. Everything is happening now. If you really want this, change the story of the past. Okay, because everything that you talk about in your head, you think about predominantly will. The mind is a photocopier. You know, it's physics. It will literally at some point print it out. If this is what you want, just ignore everything out there. Everything. It's just old news. Okay, change the story and change the outcome. Okay, because this person and you, it's been a fiery love story. It's been up and down, in and out, round and about. But there's something about you two that isn't over yet. Okay. It's just not over. Not with all of this that I've got and what I'm hearing. It isn't over, you know. Let's just have a little look at any challenges. Let me just get this deck out. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Swords, anxiety, fear that it won't work out, fear of it going wrong again. That's where you have to change the story. Go within, this is you, and just say to yourself, it's all working out. We get on so well. I am the only person in this person's world. They absolutely adore me. They are fully committed to me. I am the only person they want. And just keep telling yourself that story. Okay? You don't have to believe it. And at first, no, you won't see anything. This is just my experience. Okay? I can only ever talk from my own experience, but I can say this works. Okay? So the story has to change as one of the blocks. Anything else, please? Yeah, definitely the story. Yeah. I think the story here is we've got justice, so it has to be let go of. The past, who's done what to who said what to who. And also I feel that any relationships in either your past or their past that were legally binding have to be let go of. Now this might be for one person, and you'll know what I mean by that, okay? Another blockage here also is that juggling. Somebody's juggling a lot. Now I think this is your ex. I think they've got too many balls in the air at the moment, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. With the Two of Pentacles, and getting specific in a love reading, that can mean that they haven't got the time or the attention, but it can also mean that in the material world somebody's very preoccupied with their finances or day-to-day management of their life. Okay, so those are a couple of blockages here as well. Now going back to your ex, and I'm hearing it, so I'm going to say it, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and justice, there could be a legal issue that your ex has in some shape or form, which is causing them to sit in this energy of the Two of Pentacles, which can be robbing Peter to pay Paul. So you've got some issue going on where you're literally saying, oh my God, I need to keep that up there, I need to do that. Maybe if I pay this or pay that, and there's that energy, okay? But I do feel they will be back. They do need your help. Now, you could say, Keeley, what do they need help with? Just the cards on the table now. I would say it's something in the physical. They're not coping. With the Two of Pentacles specifically, they could have gone into a situation, okay, that was mainly finance-led. So that can mean someone goes into a relationship because that person's better off and they think they're going to have an easier life, or they're in a situation, or they're in a situation where they've gone into a relationship but it's not exactly love's young dream, if you know what I mean. It's more of they choose a situation based on money, whatever that situation is. But the Two of Pentacles for me in love can also mean that somebody can't give you or hasn't given you their full attention, okay? I'm just going to get one clarifying card before we wrap this up and ask a specific question. Why does this person need your help? Why do they need your help? And here we have the answer. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, they've got a lack of independence, a lack of stability, a lack of security. They've made some reckless decisions, possibly haven't put the work into something, starting projects they never finish, could be a little bit on the lazy side, invested into the wrong situation, whatever that situation is. Now, Pentacles mean the physical, money, houses, physical relationships, you know, when people go into a relationship just for the physical side of it and it fizzles out and then they realise, oh, now what am I going to do? But they could have had reckless spending, shady investments, even if just not shady, they've put something into the wrong thing and they're trapped, okay? They're trapped. So that is why, but they will be back. I do feel it's Easter, and I don't think this story's over for you yet. You might just decide to keep them as a friend and meet up now and again, or just clear the air and go your separate ways, okay? But I feel that is the help they need, because the Wheel of Fortune is normally a card that is good luck, movement, destiny, chance, okay? But whatever they took a chance on, it's in the reverse. And now they need bailing out, okay? I'll leave it with you, but just remember, you are the only one. You are the best. You are powerful. You know, there's nobody better than you. You're on the pedestal, okay? Love yourself. Do that 10-minute challenge in the mirror every day for the next 30 days. Or Louise Hay, every time she walked past a mirror, or, you know, she used to just say, I really love you. Look into your eyes and tell yourself how amazing you are and watch your energy change, okay? I love you very much. Big hugs, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.